Welcome everybody to a wintry trip to Strasbourg, the self-proclaimed capital of Christmas.
That's it.
There are several markets, so I don't think we can miss any.
Even though we had a wonderful day, it almost ended in disaster, so make sure to watch till the end for my story. Strasbourg is a beautiful city with medieval flair in the east of France and close to the German border. This area you can see here is called Petit France and one of the main tourist attractions. Characteristic of the city are the many beautiful half-timbered houses that you can also find in Germany.
At the river, it's so cold. We're trying to get back into the crowd and to a World Christmas market.
This is the entrance to the so-called Christmas village. I was so happy to discover this open fire where I could warm my fingers that already started to hurt. Then we came across a Tunisian bakery where we discovered an Indian treat, Jalebi. And that was my first chance to try it.
I don't think I can finish the whole thing of this. Like one of the sweetest things I've ever eaten. What is it exactly?
Jalebi.
No, what is it made of?
I don't know. Never thought of it.
It was really yummy, but if I can finish this, is questionable.
Being already half frozen, we quickly warmed up in a shopping mall. And finally we arrived at the one of many Christmas markets scattered all over the city. At this point my only thought was, I need a hot wine ASAP. And if you haven't tried it yet, you absolutely must. It's a hot wine you can choose between red or white, served with spices and sugar. This can even raise the mood of people like me who are zero resistant to cold.
I feel like something feels so spicy, I feel like some pepper inside or something.
Have you ever tried grilled chestnuts? If not, try some at one of the small locomotives. The closer we came to Cathedral Square, the more crowded it got. At some point the only thing we could see was the backs of the people walking in front of us.
So guys, now we are at definitely France's highest church tower.
And as you can see in the following clips, I really got obsessed with it. At 142 meters, the main tower of Strasbourg Cathedral is among the highest in the world. Of course, visiting the inside of the cathedral and the crypt was an absolute must. Being away from the hustle and bustle of the streets really made you feel the real spirit.
Now he is born.
When it got dark, the Christmas lighting of Strasbourg took center stage. You might have seen Strasbourg videos on Instagram, so this is exactly the street most of them were taken on. I must admit that for me it was too flashy and exaggerated, and I sometimes feel less is more. How about you? Yay or nay? Leave it in the comments below whether you like this Christmas decor.
I think this is the brand new that everybody's talking about.
These bun cakes and brezeln are local delicacies of the Alsace region and southern Germany.
Jolly old Saint Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm going.
I can generally recommend coming to the market at dusk and not at broad daylight because it's less crowded and also the vibe is so much cozier.
Whisper what you bring to me. Tell me if you can. When the clock is striking 12, when I'm fast asleep.
To warm up, we had some momos in a Tibetan restaurant.
Broad and black, with your pack, your queen. All the stockings you will find hanging in a.
Then when we wanted to take the train home, the disastrous part of the trip started.
Oh my dear, it's time for story time. As I said in the beginning of the video, our day was not as amazing as the pictures might suggest because in the end of the day we were like close to a real disaster, and I tell you why. We took the train from Germany. Already on the way to Strasbourg, they were already running on one wagon only, and I thought, that was pretty tight. I mean, we just got in, but a lot of people were left on the platform. So I thought, oh, in the evening it must be better when everybody's coming back. And after all, there's so many people coming to Strasbourg from Germany. And then the train was late and we waited a little down in the hall, in the entrance hall, because it was freezing cold. And 10 minutes before the planned departure of the train, we went to the platform and we saw that the train was already completely packed, like big queues waiting at the doors, blocking the entrance, trying to push in. And the inside was completely cramped already. And they were only running one wagon again. And there's like only one train per hour. And also this train journey like has breaks in between, so you have to get off at a stop where there is no shelter. And we were like, oh my god, we are never going to get into this train. Whether we'll get into the next train is questionable. And then the next one, like we were supposed to depart at 7:20 and the next would be at 9:50. And we were not even sure whether we would get into this one. And like even for coming back like to our destination in Germany, it wouldn't be our end stop. We would have to take another 2 trains in order to get home. So it's a super bad connection. I was starting to panic because I was freaking cold. My feet and hands were starting to hurt badly. We had 1.5 hours till the next train where we weren't even sure whether we would get it or we would get in. And I checked the hotel prices. I thought like in case everything goes wrong, we'll just stay in a hotel. And I had no idea how sought after Strasbourg is at that time of the year. So there were like 5 hotels left, starting at 350 euro a night. And then I really started to freak out because like I really cannot stand the cold. I get cold in a second, and if I get cold feet, I'm in bed horizontal for the next week. So then one guy of the French SNCF, like the train company, announced that the next train going to Germany would run from platform 25, and then we just ran. We absolutely ran there and hopped in, and we got a seat, fortunately. But that train then stayed on the platform for 1.5 hours, and I was already still from inside freaking cold. Then we saw that we would not get the connection, the first connection in Germany, where we would have to stay outside for 1.5 hours at 10 in the night. So we decided to go one step further by train, where the next train we were supposed to take was already half an hour late again. So in total we would have to wait there also an hour. Fortunately, the waiting room was open till we got kicked out at 11 and had to go back to the cold. Then suddenly there were 2 trains there with the same destination that we could have gotten. One was delayed, the other one was also delayed. The next one had door problems, so one door would not open. It would always like beep, beep, beep and close and open, and we didn't know which to take, with which one we would get our final connection. So finally, we started like going back from the Christmas market to the station in Strasbourg at 6:40, but with all the delays, with the cancellations, and with this like overcrowded trains, we reached back in Germany, like close to Heidelberg, at 1:10 in the night. So normally it would have taken us 3 hours, but it took us like 7:40, 8:40, 9:40, 10:40, 11:40, 12:40, like more than 6 hours instead. It was an absolute disaster, and I can only recommend, if you go to Strasbourg from Germany, don't take public transport in Christmas time. Take your own car or just leave it. I mean, I'm serious. In the summer it is a little bit better with public transport, but in this Christmas market season, no way. You're not gonna enjoy it, your day will be ruined, so you better like take that into consideration. I hope you're not gonna have this experience. Let me know if you have ever been to a European Christmas market and which one you like best. Maybe you also have recommendations for me. Leave them in the comments, and if you like this video, make sure to leave me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, please. That would be a big help for me, and I would be really grateful. And share this video with your friends. I wish you a wonderful Christmas time, and see you very, very soon in my next one. Bye, guys!